Now to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On second down, Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Shreds, the ball comes out. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 20.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go.
Cook following the penalty. Down right around the 25. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he's got this to Jefferson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Play action. It's Newton. Rolling to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Rager, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to it. 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here's Fields.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at about the 14. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32, then a 10-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Newton.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They snap it to Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Matthew Adams. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Troy Pride. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney.
And getting this just shy of midfield, spotted at the 49. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Robert Quinn, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
That's complete to Mooney.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's got room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
20.
Newton now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. The guy who made the play, we often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any steps.
His own 3-yard line. Eric Kendricks getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. From his goal line here, Fields locates Mooney on the out route. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down before they can get the punt away whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Gun.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. Newton to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Newton. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Newton. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings are back within a score. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And some space here.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Off-play action. Newton. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Now Fields.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play.
Matt Eberflus clearly in disagreement with that last call, and he's going to throw the challenge flag. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
The Vikings take over 1st down 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're going to go restless too.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now left side on the swing pass. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Newton. Completes this to Jefferson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Throwing is Newton.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Cam's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. Cam to throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that...
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one.